Waiting on YouTube here. YouTube is up. Going with the TikTok, just so you guys know. That's how we're rolling today. This is not YOLO Hour, so it is what it is. And we're kicking off. So let people join on TikTok here for a little bit. And we will go from here. So looking at the market started to tank as soon as, Fauci wasn't the impetus. Lunch got us initially. Lunch got us a little bit. But then make sure I'm on the right side here on YouTube. I'm going to be taking questions from TikTok guys. I'm just recording this on YouTube just so you know. But we are going to do some TA for crypto and for stocks. So using TradingView, we're using FinViz Elite. You can see it here. We'll use CoinMarketCap as well to look it all up and go from there. So this is for my TikTok guys for mostly, but this is how we're going to roll. So with that being said, I'm just waiting for people to join here. I've got my slides and I've got my my TradingView up as well. So we were down at lunch slightly, and then Fauci started speaking, and the market literally sold off. We were up like 200 plus points in the Dow, and now we are 35 down. So that's the way it's going to go. So Hood, I would stay out of Hood for right now. Twitter too, unless you're convicted. I'd let Hood break out. Twitter's in a bad spot too. You're looking at, you can't even get long until I've got a line already at 70. You're at 43. Twitter. This is a Kathy Woodstock. She loves it. Just shout out to Investor Stallone. Love it, brother. That's a great name, by the way. It's just basing out. It's at 43. It's down a point today now. Relative strength sucks as well. It's under 20. That means literally there's 80% better trades out there. So, 70 is the number if you want to go long on Twitter. Hood's kind of the same thing. No, I'm just looking at the daily. You can't even get long in this till 46, and that's literally a 2x from where you're at now. So 100% where you're at now. You want to look at CRISPR2 CRSR, or is that that's the gaming code? Man, this and DraftKings have done some shit. They have done literally nothing. I don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around it. But again, I just look at price. Not sure what these gaming companies are up against, but this one is basing out as well. You can see this is literally March. This is June, and we're in December now. Way over here. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry, but here's the thing, man. You can't even do anything with this. Like, I had a kid come on here on TikTok and bought BABA at 126 yesterday. BABA went down again today. And if you think it can't get worse in stocks, crude went to negative 30. So let's just be clear about that. It can get a lot worse. So if your stock's doing this, percentage-wise, the probability-wise, it's going to continue to do this. Stock's doing this, it's going to continue to do this. We like to buy high, sell higher. Buying the dip is a good strategy in good stocks that are doing this, right? But we don't, stocks that start to do this, and once they come back here, and then they break out, that's when we buy them. I cannot recommend any of these stocks. You could try to get long in CRSR at 30. That's right where the bull bear pivot of the 200-day is. You can try that there. You're still going to have a lot of supply overhead. To clear that, you would need to be above 34. So really at 30, you can start to, I think a lot of that supply back in April, May, June's probably gone by now. So you probably start getting along at 30, but like 34 is a really good range. So 34, sorry, Investor Stallone, let it, bro. She's, I'm pretty heavy. Yeah, that's the thing, man. we don't want trades to turn into investments, right? And maybe that's what's happened to you. That's a very, very bad place to be. Just letting you know, right? You don't want investments or trades to turn into investments, right? And the dirty little secret is you got to buy high and sell higher. There is no buy and low. Nobody hits the bottom, right? You got to wait for the breakout, period, right? It's just, you sleep better. When stocks are doing this, right? When your stock is doing this and the probability is going to continue to do this, you just sleep better. Why stress out? It's an easier trade, right? Unless you're in a Discord, unless you're in a subreddit, right, that is telling you this stock's going to pump tomorrow, this stock's going to pump in 3 days, this stock's going to squeeze, right? As long as you're not waiting for like 60 to 90 days, that's probably not a bad strategy too. I'm not getting onto those guys, but if you have to wait 90 to 4 months for a stock to pump and it falls 30%, it pumps 33%, was it really worth it? No. That's what I'm saying. All right, moving on. Thanks, Investor Salome. Shout out to you, brother. What about GCEI? GCEI, that's what's up. I don't even know what GCEI is. Is that a crypto? What are we doing, a crypto today? Yeah, let's do it. GCEI. I'm not seeing that one, bro. Let me go back. Think the OP will come back up. Never. The OP. What's the OP? Give me a little bit more context there, brother. GCEI. I'm not seeing a GCEI. Maybe it's on TradingView. Is it? Oh, it's a penny stock, I bet. Yeah, you loving the pennies, aren't you? No. That's a hard no. Look at this. It peaks out here in March, as they all did, and this down. Even the super trend says no. And I'll give you one more. Yeah, and the technicals are saying no. So that is Florida Mon. Shout out to you, brother. Sam Boston Beer. Yeah, let's see what the beer's doing. I haven't even looked at that stock in a long time. God dang, it's basing out too. So, man, unless you're in a Discord and you know this is going to pump, it's got small float. It's got 9 million shares outstanding is all. Insiders have been selling, just to let you know. It does not have high short interest, but does have a small float. So I could almost pump. Well, it's a $442 stock, though. It went to $1,300, so it's down 200-300%. So, man, geez. Where do you get long? I think you can get long. Like this is May right here, so I think you can get long about 722, and that will run to 900 fairly quickly. There's a huge gap there in supply. It'll run very, very quickly. But again, you're at 442. You would almost have to 2x here. So just letting you know. That is John. Thank you very much for the question. Yeah, we're doing stocks and crypto. Ocean Power, yeah, all right, let's look at Ocean Power really quick, because I did this yesterday. I don't remember. Ocean Protocol. Ocean Protocol. Is that the one, Ocean Protocol? So, rule of thumb, you want to be above its first half highs. Can't get long on this until 180 is where you buy, but it isn't a good uptrend right now, so it's definitely a hold for me. But we're going to get long, be about 128. It's at 125 now, so you could start nibbling here. Again, not financial advice. This is just what I do. I'd start nibbling here, but you really can't get long until it gets way up to 161, 180. That's where I get real long in the Ocean Protocol, brother. Appreciate you. Really do. DGLY. Let's lock it in. Let's see what we got. What is it doing today? Digital Alley. It is. It's not basing out. It was in a slight uptrend. It broke that, and now it's almost. So if it goes below 105, it's gonna be a little bit of trouble, man. So again, penny stock. True penny stock. You really can't get long in this until about 150, 150, 160, right around there. Should move up pretty quickly, and then once you hit that 160 mark, there's going to be some overhead supply going back to April, May, June. Relative strength's under 50. It's got a smallish float, 50 million shares. It does have a price target of 5. Again, if you're in it's basing out, man. It's just not a good stock. You could try to hold on here, but again, you're at the very, like, it's at 109, down 3 today. Look, stocks that are doing this are literally going to continue to do this. The probability, it's very, very slim that the stocks will do this and then all of a sudden this, right? So it typically does this, and so you've got to wait till it gets back to that TA point to where it breaks out, right? So yeah, body it is that was DGLY. I don't like that stock at all right now. You've got to get above 140, and then the next one would be 160. All right, so Ocean, we did that. Body, I did see the CEO on Bloomberg last night talking about the body. Man, what you guys have to be seeing this stuff in somebody's Discord, like it's going to pump. This has got a bigger float, 130 million shares. It's basing too. Like, there's nothing good about the stock, guys. Look, I know it's backwards for you guys. Here's March. July it tries to make a little run. It's just basing out though, man. It's going like this. How do you sleep with that? Like, I can't even hold that, right? Again, if it was in a slight uptrend, I'd say okay, if you're in this below this, but man, it's basing right now. Relative strength of 21. That basically means there's 79% of all stocks are better than this stock here. So I'm not even sure if this is a Kathy Wood stock, man. I can't tell you anything to do here. It's not even a hold. You could probably try to get long. I've got a line drawn here at $7, $7.10. You could try to get long them, but you're 300% away from that. So sorry, bro. Or no, I was told to look at it today. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Florida Mon. Love the name. Entry for Lucid. I think I'm long Lucid now. I think. Let me look. I saw it. Hang on, I misspelled it. LCID. Yeah, I think you can add now. I think you can add above 51. It's in a nice little trend. It's going up. You can sleep well at night. Here's September, and now here's December 1. It's going up. I know that's backwards. It's 61% relative strength. Doing well. I love the EV sector right now. Not sure you can really go wrong with that. Even there's a China EV that I like as well, called XPEN. I love that one. I know you guys are going to ask me about BABA. I do not like BABA. BABA's basing out too. It is not a good trade. It is it's doing this, right? It's been doing this for like 9 months, and there are rumors that the CCP wants it to be delisted from American stock exchanges. So, but back to Lucid, I'd stay long here. I'd even start. I'd keep buying here too. I mean, you're literally you're what, $6 away from an all-time high. Congrats if you're in that. That's prime time B. Shout out BLOK. Let's see what BLOK has for us today. Are you on the Amplify, transformative data sharing, or is that's got to be it, right? It's not. Or you want Blocktopia? If you're wanting Blocktopia, I'd stay. Well, you really need to be long above 17 cents. I think you can start nibbling here. Anything above 12 cents, you can nibble. Well, it's at 12 now, so anything above 12 you can nibble, but I really wouldn't get long until 17. That's where I'd start buying. That's Blocktopia. If you're talking about the actual stock, which is an ETF, it was really good. I don't think you can get long until 61. You're at 54 right now. Understand you're gonna have to break the 20 day at 58, so you will encounter resistance there. You could probably hold until about 50. If it goes below that, you're going to be in a little trouble. But yeah, I'd get long at that 61 mark, 61-ish. That's BLOK. There you go, bro. That's the J Snake. How you see the new? You know what? I don't like Fauci was on. So here's what. Just so you guys know, here's what happened to the market. Market was up, right? It's doing this. So it was up. Lunch comes. It's doing this. Fauci starts to speak. It does this. So they found one case in California, and somehow Fauci's got to get up there and tank the market. So I think this is a good buy the dip opportunity in your winners. If it's doing this, buy the dip, right? If it's been a winner for you for a long time, buy the dip in the winners. Again, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. So that's how I see it. Florida Mon. Hello, AMC's in a world of hurt. I would tell you that AMC down 14. Yeah, I did this one 2 days ago, and I said below 30, I jump out. And it's below 30. It's at 28.9. It's in a bad way. They were trying to save it with the NFTs. I believe the SEC has written them a note because they were going to issue NFTs to holders of the stock, knowing that the shorts would have the NFTs and would have to buy the stock or something like that, right? And I believe the SEC said no, and that's what's probably going on here right now. So I see this as a very, very bad stock. I would not get back into this stock. Literally, man, I'm going to be real honest with all the apes out there. I can't see getting back in the stock until 45. I really can't. And at 45, I nibble. If it gets above 52, let's talk getting long then. So that is A Moreland. That's how I see AMC. Appreciate you guys following me. What do you think about the OCGN? OCGN has been very popular on the Telegram channel we have. God, it's basing, man. You just can't hold on to the stock. If it goes below 530, you got to jump out, man. Nobody holds it below that, though. I guarantee you, that was back in late April. I'm pretty sure everybody's out by now because there was a big pump at that point. Now, I will say this. At the point that it based out last time, it pumped. It literally went 3x. So from there. So maybe you see that again, but I just don't see it. Right, I would wait till it gets at least above 860 to go real long, to really start buying in, and that'll put you above the 200-day bull bear pivot. It'll put you above the 50-day and the 20-day. So right there, like 876, 870-ish. There you go. Yeah, I did the ETF, the bloke ETF J Snake. I'm sure you heard that. That was OCGN. CMG, should you continue to short? Chipotle, whenever you put this short on, it was probably mid-November. Yeah, something's really wrong in that, dude. The relative strength in that is 22. There are 80% of other stocks are a better trade right now. It's got a small float, so it can push back up. It's got $28 million share float, which is small or smallish. I mean, there is support at. It broke. Boy, it's real close to support, right? It's real. So where it's at now, it's at 1606. I'd watch it real close because if it breaks the 200-day going back up, it's 1630-ish, 1630-ish. I would come out of my short. At that point, it's probably. At that point, it is here. You can see it here. Like you can see. So this is July when it hit. You can kind of see it here a little bit too. July, it goes up, bounces. Now we're down, but look where that line is. Literally sitting on the 200-day. I'd be let's just call this 1650. No, I can't even give you that. 1640-ish. I would jump out of the short. I think you can continue to short this for a little while, but 1640, I jump out of the short. All right. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, John. Take analysis is total BS, dude. TA is all math. It is literally the probabilities. TA TA is one of the 3 things that you should know in stocks. Here's the other 2. Don't let a trade turn into an investment, meaning don't get married to a stock, right? And buy high, sell higher. Buy low, sell high is a farce. That's a Wall Street farce. So there you go. Shout out to Scott the Hater on the TA. That's all right. Fulgent for Omicron variant testing. Is Fulgent even out there? FLGT, it is. It's why is it down 9 today then? So if you're trading FLGT, by the way, it's a genetics company. It says diagnostic, so it could be doing that. Can't get long in this till at least 100, 102 is really where I get long. But it's 84, so it's not too far away. Not the worst trade. It's got a relative strength of 45. Smaller float, 20 million shares. So yeah, that's not the worst trade. Above, actually, I mean you could probably start to nibble at 96 and then get long at about 101ish. There you go. That is FLGT, Fulgent Genetics. Never even have done that stock before. FSLR long. Let's see. Fisker. I mean, it's in a slight uptrend. I can see a base here. It broke the base and then it went back under the base. It's back under the base. So Fisker did something wrong today for sure. Not sure what that was. I like the space. I like the EV space. I think where it sits right now, if it's a green day tomorrow, I'd probably get long at 20. Right? It's literally at 19.9. Right? So at 20ish, I get long. I'd probably give it a day to stay above the $20 mark, and then you can get real long at 24, 23.8, and then let's just call it 30. You go balls to the wall. Again, not financial advice, just what I would do. That's Jay Snake again. Let me talk about Salesforce. Like, they beat on everything, but somehow it sells off. This is, man, I want to say it's a buy the dip moment, but it's so far down. It was so far down yesterday. I'm not sure I'm not sure how that call went, why it went the way that it did, but damn. Man, I can't you could probably try to get back longer. It's at 254, right? The stock's been moving up. I mean, look at this is May, right? Look at this climb. November, like high. So 3/10 at 254. It's not too far off. Look, where would I try to get long here at? Like 2.8. I mean, you could nibble at 270. I'd get real long at like at 290ish. It's probably where I get long in CRM. That's a good stock, man. But right now, you're gonna have to wait it out a little bit here. Again, you can nibble at 270, 290ish is where I start buying again. So again, not financial advice. That's Trade Blondie. What's up? How about CRDL? CRDL. Surprised there's no crypto yet. It's basing out, man. I mean, what can I tell you here? This thing was a phenomenal stock back in mid-October, and then it's literally had 2 green days in the past 2 months. It's just going down. There's nothing you can do. Like if you're in this stock from back in July, maybe you're up a little, not much. So in fact, I don't think you're up at all. Where can you get long? You could probably start to get long a little bit at 280ish, but then you still got to fight through the bull bear pivot of the 200-day, the 50-day, and then the trend line, which is at 4. So again, at 280ish, you can start to nibble, and then I wouldn't even get long in the stock, man, until all the way up to about 431. So it's literally got to go close to 2x. It's got to go 2.3x. So it's got a smallish float though, so it could pump. You probably know more than me. You've probably been in the Discord channel, and yeah, so that's what we're doing. OCGN we just did. You think December is bull or bear? I think December's bull. I think January is bull. Historically, November, which was really good. November, December, and through January are your 3 best months going back to 1951. So it's for 70 years historically, right? Again, one of the false sayings is this time it's different. You know what? I don't know. Not so sure. I really think December's going to be good. I think December could be really good for all. Well, I think January could be good for all altcoins. Late December could be good for altcoins too. OCGM fish, we just did that one. IRWD right for the takeover. Yeah, let's talk. Really? So is that what the Discord are saying? It's not a bad stock. It's not going the right way. You can probably start to nibble back again at 11.50, and then you can get longer at. It's perfect at 13.25, and then boom, you're at all-time high at 14. Not a bad trade. RWD. It's probably got something good. Does not have a small float, so it's not going to pump a lot. So there you go. What's up, check picker? What about Riot? Clearly, Riot, Mara, Hive, they're all going to be about the same. Riot does not look good, though. Mara looks halfway decent. Wow, I can't believe it's looking this bad for this. All right, so it is a slight uptrend. Clearly, it's following Bitcoin. It looks like the Bitcoin chart, in fact. At least the last 4 months did. I don't even know what to tell you here. You could probably get long. It was there today, and it got turned back at 39-ish. Now let's go a little bit more. Let's just call it 40-ish. You might nibble a little bit here, but 40 is where I'd start buying back in at, and then there's not a lot of recent supply from them. The relative strength's at 50. So not the worst trade, but again, I'd wait to that 40 to where I really start to hit that hard again. Not financial bias. That's just what I do. BNGO is a 10x. Is it a 10x? You better hope. So a 10x gets you to 30. It is basing out, so nobody's made money in this today. I don't think. It is at an all-time low. You've got to know something in the Discord that I don't. The only place I'd even start to get long is at 6. It would literally have to 2x, like literally 100% up at 630, 640 is where I get long. But again, BNGO, if you think that it's going to get bought out, then there you go. Thanks, Russell. Appreciate you. BBY. What is up with the BBY? Have not done Best Buy in a while. And what happened? Good Lord. This was a great stock, too. Okay, so I'm going to be real. So this thing has moved a lot. Don't know what happened. You wait for the uptrend. You might nibble an uptrend, but it's not. It's been 4-5 down days. That is bad, man. Really bad days. And today it's down 3. So 123 is where I'd start buying again. 123, get long, and it gets real thin up there. Not a lot of supply. You'll see it get to 140 fairly quickly. You might even see that in late December get back to its all-time high. But it's got to reverse course first. BBY is not a great trade right now. It's just in a very, very bad place. But it's moved up a lot and it's moved down a lot several times this year. So it can move. What's the float? It's got $220 million or 220 million share float. So it's not going to move. It shouldn't move, but yeah, 225 is where I'd feel comfortable saying, hey, I start really starting to buy it back then. So there you go. BKCH. Never heard of that ETF, but it's global funds. It's not been out that long. This might be a buy the dip here. Woo. So there's not a lot of TA here. There's what, four or 5 months, right? So where it's at right now, you can stay long. If it goes below 30, it could literally go all the way back to where it was in late September at 23. I jump out at 30. It looks like it's going sideways here a little bit. You can see it here. This is October. Boom. All-time high, of course. And now down to the trend line, and then sideways. It kind of defeated the trend line today, and it broke down. So it's not good. Again, you'll probably get a bounce at 30 off the 50-day. But yeah, I can't tell you. Man, it's just right. It's right where I'd get long though. Let's just wait till 32 to get long. I'd wait for a candle to a full daily candle to finish over 30, over 31.50. A full daily candle above 31.50, and then that's when I get long. BNGO is bad news. But where do you see Crow going? Love the Crow. We've got Crow. If you want the price targets that we've got, first of all, where's Crow at the moment right now? It is sitting at. It is the number 14 in the number 14 slot at 72 cents, and we see it 72 cents. We see it above 53. Then the next price target is 81 cents. That's a 423. 423 extension. It is 81 cents. Once it breaks 81, look for $1.26 on the Crow. I like the Crow. Stay long on the Crow. I think you can accumulate here, but it gets past 81 cents. We're looking at $1.26 on the 685 Fibonacci extension. There you go. That is fire mouth. Love it, brother. Azul. What's up with the Azul? Man, I hadn't seen Azul in forever. Love it that you brought to my attention. And it is basing out airline in Brazil. Unless you know something, I stay away from the stock. I wouldn't even touch this stock till really above 18. Like, and it needs to have a few candles above 18 before I even go there. I really wouldn't even get it. Like, I'd like for you to get above the 200-day. That's at 21. So, and then there's a really good, well-defined TA level back in March, back in April, back in May, back in August, and in late August of 23. If you really want to start buying and going long, 23 is where it's at, and then it looks like 30 was the all-time high. So relative strength's low, and it's got a smallish low. 91 million shares, not smallish, but it's smaller than a lot. Again, you start to nibble at 18, but again, that 23 level is the level that I'd be looking at. Florida Mond again. What's up? Crow is excellent. Loving it. You know what I did in Crow? I've held Crow for a long time, going back to last year, but I did not stake literally until Sunday. I staked, and I got the credit card which gives you 9% cash back, and you get, and this is not a commercial for a Crow, but I get the airport lounge. It's like 5,500 around the world. Love that. So I didn't even know that was part of their deal. So but you have to stake the Crow though. Here's the deal: 5,000 Crow, which cost me about $4,000, right? Got to stake it for 6 months, so I cannot move it for 6 months. So just to let you know that's the way it works. Best place to short BTC in the U.S. VPN FTX. There you go. That was asked by who? That's actually a pretty good question. I don't know why you'd be shorting BTC. To short BTC, to me, again, I just look at price. I'm not judging, right? I love all. If the shit coins are doing this, Shiba, Doge, Hero, if Cat Girl, right? If you can make money in it, do it, baby. Love it. But here's the thing. If you short Bitcoin, know that you're shorting the entire crypto market. Literally. It is the bellwether. Now, again, if we go into all season, it looks like we might be maybe the start of all season was yesterday, possibly today. Would love to see that. But it's hard for me to believe that Bitcoin came all this way back just to go that much above its all-time high, right? It's just hard to believe that. Now, could that play out? Absolutely. So there you go. BKCH long. Okay, we just did BKCH. I did BKCH. What did I say about it though? Yeah. So the 32 levels what I would like to see. KuCoin. Let's look at that. Did it just come out though? Right. So there's not going to be a lot of. I mean, I love the exchange, but now so the KuCoin token is KCS, just so you know. Going forward, it has been out for how long? Well, longer than I thought. Yeah, dude. So I thought the KuCoin. Why did I think it just came out? So I do not own this coin. I don't know what markets is the KuCoin on. On KuCoin, Uniswap. Yeah, I do not have this coin. Actually, it's not on Uniswap, so that's why. So what I would tell you is you stay long above 19, which it is, doing very, very well. Continuing, it was going sideways. Looks like it's in a little bit of a climb here the last week. Yep. So I'd stay long. I think you can continue to buy here. It looks like it's in a 1 month accumulation. The 3 month looks really good. So yeah, I would be long KuCoin. Again, you can stay long as it's above that $19 level. KuCoin. There you go. BKCH. We just did that TSP. Let's hit the TSP hard today. Oh man, yeah, I remember this one now. So True Simple, this is trucking. I like trucking. Don't get me wrong. In fact, one of my stocks I liked today was CSX. It was a railroad. Look at that chart. By the way, here's some stocks that we like that are doing this, guys. We like things that are doing this, like sleep well at night, right? We like semis, Nvidia, AMD. We like LAC, the lithium, right? We like Costco. Costco's doing this phenomenal stock. We like Roblox, RBLX. We now like CSX as an industrial stock, and we like Enphase, ENPH. Again, those are kind of our longer term holds, right? Because they continue to do this. Again, I just date. I don't get married to a stock. I'm just letting you know that. Don't get married to a stock, and your life will be so much easier. TSP, going back to it. Can you be long here? If you're above 35, I could see you saying, okay, you could nibble here, but I would not take a bite of that big cake. I really wouldn't even. I mean, my gosh. I mean, you can nibble on the cake here, but to dig in to the birthday cake would be at 50-ish. 50, 18 is really. It's not a terrible trade. But again, it's a better trade at 50. Doesn't have a small float. Price target's 59, by the way. And as you probably know, in July it went to 75. No, it went to 80. So there you go. Shared the live video. Encourage more viewers to share. Thank you very much. TSP, we just did it. Looking at the trade in CRM and Etsy. Your thoughts? CRM it just did. I'd stay. So. Man, I'll go back to CRM just really quick. I don't like CRM right just for the last 2 days. I don't like it. I don't think you can get long again in CRM until above 286. Let's just call it 290. That's where I started getting long in CRM again. And then you wanted Etsy. Etsy I hadn't seen in about a week. So let's see what it's doing. I love the Etsy. It's down today. Dang, man. All right. As long as you're above the first half high in March of 246, which you are here, I'd stay long. I'm probably nibbling here until it gets back to where it's in a comfortable range of 282. Yeah, you could take a few bites here, buy the dip here. Yeah, this might be a good buy the dip here. I'm not saying take a lot. Again, not financial advice, but as long as it's above that 250 mark, you're okay. And once it gets above that 282, that's when I go real long. Again, not financial advice. Shout out to the Trade Blonde at work. We are at work. Appreciate it, man. Cash on hand is literally, yes. Cash on hand, you are literally, it's going to inflate away. Dude, I saw something today. So, big time coach goes to USC. Supposedly might be getting paid $15 million a year. Do you know, like in 1892 or whenever it was, right? We bought the Louisiana Purchase for $15 million. It's crazy. So just a little something to think about that. I think that was 18. Somebody looked that up, and I want to say it's 1892, but I could be really wrong about that. What do you mean get long? Get long is the entry point to where I would really start buying. That's where I'd really start buying at. That's what get long means. That's the entry point. Got it. Is it B10 or B? It's bio. It's coming to a wedge. The underlying trend is sideways though, so it's gonna be hard when it comes into this wedge. It's a great start from June to September, and then just fell off. It's really just, look at. So if you don't believe in trend line or in TA, you got to see this one. September, boom, bounce. Look here, almost got it here, and here. It's just unbelievable. The math is unbelievable, and everybody looks at it. Everybody on Wall Street looks at the TA. It's got a 50. Look, man, I think I would. I'm not sure I get real long here. You might take a few bites. It is up today, so it's showing some relative strength today at 52. It's got a smallish float though. It's got a real small float, 21 million shares. So you could pump. This thing could pump at any time. Clearly, it had a earnings miss or something happened back on November 5th. So I think you can get a lot longer. It's 783. It's 762. 783 is where I get a lot long at. TSP long hold. Yep. I can see that. Just again, don't get married to it if it drops out. Telling you. Thank you for your response. Appreciate you, Jay Snake. GRT is a GRT a stock. We talking about crypto. I got grits. Are we talking about the crypto GRT? GRT. Oh yeah, the graph. You're talking about the crypto for sure. It's at 91 today. 91 cents that is. It's just going sideways. Yeah. Crypto can really move here, but you really can't get long. This is going to hurt you bad. So you could probably start to get a little bit longer at, let me figure it out here. At $1.30, you could probably start to nibble, but you really need to get above, and the TA is pretty indicative here. Twice, one in February and then one in March. It hit this at 215. 215 is where I get real long, and your all-time high is 270. So you're pretty good ways away from that. I understand, but per the TA again, 130, you can probably start to just bite a little bit, but I wouldn't get real long until about that 215 mark. So there you go. That's the GRT. Kuzman, shout out to you. Just did the TSP. Can I use a laptop and use two? Can I use a laptop and use two monitors? Yes, absolutely. You can. A lot of guys do because you got to take your laptop to the whatever it is, coffee shop, the gym, wherever you might be doing some TA at. What's with the TSP? I just did the TSP, bros. Oh man, we got to be a lot on here. Puts all the Dom squad. Come on, Dom. You're better than that. New executive who specializes in mergers. Okay, so there you go. So from the Discord, it looks like they were here. IRWD might get bought out. Thank you for the piece of the catalyst information. VVS crypto. I like the IDO. It jumped up. It's just going sideways now. I'd wait for a breakout to really go long. Crow. I'd be long now. We just did Crow. If it gets above 81 cents, I go real long. Right now, I think you can accumulate. It's 70 something, but 81 cents. It did a false breakout. 1st of November, retreated below the 423 extension. Once it gets above the 423 extension, which is the 81 cents, I get real long. So there you go. That's Crow. That's a TTF Greedy. Good to see ya, Greedy. Dash, man, I hadn't even look. So I used to own Dash, just so you know. It might be in a long lost wallet still, but what number is that now? It is number 70, so it's fallen to 76. All right, Dash it is. So following my rule, you can't get long unless you're above the first half highs, right? Which this is going to be April at 438. So it's a long way from that at 180. So where do you start to nibble at? You could probably nibble at that 270 mark. 270-ish is where I'd start to nibble, but you might try to get a little bit longer there because it's clearly going to be in a nice uptrend then. If it can defeat that, you're looking at the price target then at 324. Then next price target will be 378. So yeah, you can start to nibble a little bit at 273. But I kind of hold right now and just kind of see which way it's going to go because it looks like it's just going sideways at, right at that 175 mark. It's at 179 today and it's kind of down. Best Buy is great right here. I don't know, man. I just did it. It's BBY, right? We just looked at. No, man. I cannot tell you to get long here. It's just the last 5 days have just killed. Really, the last 7 days have just killed it. Just not. God dang. That's a serious. I think you could I wouldn't even nibble on this thing till like 116. It's a 103. And then you could probably get longer at like 123. That's when I'd really start buying, right? And then from there's not a lot of supply left. You could really start to see it move up there very, very quickly. I think you could be back to 140 by the end of the month. It's doing this though. It's got to make the turn and start doing this. And Best Buy is just not going to do this and then back up here. It's going to make a turn, right? So wait till it makes that turn, and then right at that 222, that's $20 away from it now, like 222, 223-ish. That's why I get long again. There you go. That's Best Buy checker. Big numbers coming in. Yes, so for the fourth quarter, but they won't have those fourth quarter numbers until January. Are you willing to wait that long? So, Case. What's up, Case? What's the Case doing today? That is a... Are you talking about steel case? Or are we talking about a crypto? Hang on a second. If it's a crypto, I have not seen it. I got Showcase, and I've got steel case. Steel case is basing out. Wouldn't touch it till well above 13. It's at 11, and even then, I'd wait till probably 14.50. If you're talking about the Showcase in crypto, which is, what number is that? 2230. Good Lord. Yeah, that's not even a crypto that I would touch right now. Because it's been going sideways since July at 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 1 cent, 2 cent. So, it's at 1 cent, 0.012. It's down 10. So I'm pretty sure you're not talking about that. So, what is up with SE? A little Kathy Wood stock long term. Damn, just dropped out of the freaking clouds today. All right, so here, literally the last 12 days, there's been 2 days that maybe 3 that have been green. Man, I cannot in a good mind tell you to buy this stock or not. I have no idea what's going on. It's the gaming. It's Singapore. You would think it'd be great. You would think it'd be, far better off than like DraftKings. I can't even tell you to get long, man, until like 299 here. Really, let's just call it 300. At that point, I'd start nibbling and get a little bit longer at the 320. So at 300-ish is where I get longer. I'm just trying to use a round number. It's really about 302. So that's where I start nibbling back. You're not too far from that. But again, I think you could probably see, in January you could see 100-point turnaround like the end of January for SE. So there you go. That's the way I see it. SCU at 17. Let's see where you're at. Well, you're up. Give you that. Again, it looks like it could be at the bottom. Like this is a fairly good stock going into October. Then boom, it just started to crater. So here's August, September. I know it's backwards and it sucks, but you're basing out. It looks like, well, it's not basing out right this second. It looks like it's finding a bottom. I would not add to this position, man. I can't even tell you when I would add to this position. I wouldn't add to this position. It would literally have, now it's not too far away. Now for it, it's probably a 20% move, but at 22, above 22, I start adding to the position. But then you got a lot of supply above that in the SCU. So as long as you're making money here, I'd stay with it. But once it gets below, man, you're at 17. Damn, how did you get at 17? Because I've got the daily. The daily ends at 1810. So you must have had something. It does have a small float, so it can pump. 20 million shares is all, so it can absolutely pump. It can absolutely go the wrong way too, which is what it's done. Literally in 30 days, it's gone from a $27 stock to an $18 stock. It's literally lost a third of its value. So be careful on SCU, but it's a hold for me right now if you're in at 17. All right, Sol. So Sol is one of the ones that is absolutely ripping or ripped this year. It came back to earth a little bit. We still like it. Let me get you my chart on Sol, if I can find it here. There it is. So it is Sol today. What are we doing today, Sol? We are at 228. All right. This is going to be so you're 228. So you're kind of in no man's land here. So above 183, you want to stay long, right? So you're well above that. 295 is the target. If it breaches the 295 target, which is the 7601 Fibonacci extension, if it goes past 295, not that it has before, but if it does go past 295, we have a price target of 477. 477 is the price target, but I like it here. I think the first price target we need to get to is 295. I like that. Typically, those price calls in crypto are 1 to 3 months out. The Fibonacci price targets are in stocks are about 3 to 6 months out. So there you go. LSS. Hang on. All right. LSS it is. Let's look. LSS. I don't own this stock. I know nothing about this stock. Sorry about this crypto. It's in a bad downtrend right now. It's just making lower lows, lower highs, right? So it peaked out. Looks like September 16th. It hadn't been around long. Well, no, it's been around more than a year. So the last 3 months, it peaked out in what? Mid-September at 250, and now we're down to 112. Man, I couldn't even tell you to even try to start buying. You can start to nibble at 180, but you're well away from that, man. It's in a downtrend. It's doing this, man. That's a hard sleep at night. Why stress yourself out? Jump out. Get back in at the 180 mark. Here, let me just make sure that's where. Yeah, 189, 1990-ish. Get back in there because it's literally doing this. It's not doing this. It's doing this, right? And you want to see it come up a little bit. Get past that high and break out, right? Again, you want to buy high, sell higher. That is how Wall Street works. QNT we did this morning on the live. I wasn't too impressed with it, I don't believe, but we did a lot. So let's see what the year to date is. Yeah, so this is kind of in the same one. It literally peaks out in early August at 395, and it's just been in a downtrend ever since. I mean this is what you do not want to see. Like lower highs, lower lows, all the way down. This thing was, we went to 425, and now we're at 190, basically 200. It's lost 100%, 200%. No, 100. Sorry, it's lost 100%. So, man, I would wait till it gets well above the 350. I know you don't want to hear that, but that is where the quant is at this point. You got to wait till it gets above the 350. To to go back long. It's just doing this. I couldn't sleep at night. I hope you're not married to this. If you are, I'd jump out, take profits, and wait till it at least starts to at least show me it's trying to get back up, right? So there you go. Shout out to Drew 1001. Love the name, brother. What about DraftKings? No. I like the DraftKings stock. I had exposure through my 401k, which is ARK, whatever Kathy Woods got, whatever ARK fund that she's got DraftKings in. I've got exposure there, but I do not like the stock right now. I'm not going to look it up because I've seen it so many times. It's just like let's talk about DraftKings in like a week or 2 weeks, right? Because it's not even. And I have no idea why gambling should be exploding right now. It's not. It's the most crazy thing. All the gambling stocks are down, and I have no idea why. Again, that's why I like price, right? Price, at the end of the day, that's all we have, right? And I love these guys on CNBC. Well, that's a risk asset. If it has a price, it's a risk asset. Your car, it's a risk asset. It has a price. It has a value, right? So understand that. Or is it, it's a risk asset. All right, take a look at the XRP weekly, crazy wedge. Where would you take profit? Well, I hold XRP long term. I'm not an XRP army, so to speak, but I've got XRP probably for a long time, dude. Like 15 cents, 50 cents, 49 cents is where I was buying. It's at 98 today. You wanted me to look at where? Take a look at the weekly. All right, so the 7-day. I mean, it's in an uptrend from the 7-day, but if you really want me to tell you where to get long at, I'd start to nibble at 128. Now it's been to this year, it's been to 183, but at 120-ish, no, 130-ish is where I start getting long. It's a little bit of an uptrend. So again, it's a hold for me right now. It's a hold. Once it gets above that 130-ish, I'll start buying again. But you can't buy it in the U.S. You got to VPN to KuCoin, just so you know. Again, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. DraftKings, I just you're gonna have to wait on that one. If you're in DraftKings, I would tell you that if you're convicted, it's a hold, man. But I would not be holding that stock right now. It just continues to do this. I couldn't sleep at night. So that's just me. STRN pumped today? Yeah. Speaking of pumped today, STRN, right? Straining and Company. It did. It's up 10. Nice. So, I mean, I'd stay long in this. I'm not saying it's a great stock. There's not a lot of TA left. The first day ended, it's literally less than a month. It might be right at a month. I'd stay long. It's got a real small float too. So 6.5 million shares. Absolutely stay long. Again, not a lot of TA I can do there. By the way, guys, if you watched the channel, you saw that we had LCI. LCI at one point today was up 16%. It gapped up to 5. We made about 8 to 9% in that trade. That was LCI. Lynette, it's a biotech. We had TMDX gapped up. Let me look really quick. Gapped up, just so I'm clear. TMDX was one of the calls. This one was not that, wasn't as impressive. It gapped up 5 and went as high as 11. We only got a 3% bump on that one. But considering the market was up this morning, pretty good. So that's what our insider calls are. Again, the insider call is not financial advice. Just if the stock's doing this and an insider places a $2 million bet on a stock that's basing out, he probably knows something. But again, those calls are really for the next day, maybe 2. That's it, right? That's it. SQQQ. So you're shorting. I would not be shorting SQQQ right now. I really wouldn't. Yeah, it's down, bro. I mean, it's up today. What is QQQ doing? So you're going to short QQ. It was a good day to short it. I'll give you that. So what? You're up 6 today? Yeah, 5. So nice. But here's the QQQ. I am long QQQ. Just so you know, little bump in the road today. Probably a good buy the dip opportunity. This is September. This is December. It's backwards on your screen. If you really want to know where I might get long again and start buying again, be 400. So we're 313 bucks away from that. Relative strength has been falling, but I do like QQQ. Remember, a lot of QQQ is the mega caps, right? You got Tesla, you got Apple, you got Google, you got Meta, you got what else? What else is in there that I'm missing? Netflix. You know, you got all the mega caps. So careful how you use SQQQ. I'm sure, Finn, that you know. I'm sure you know because you've been on here before that it resets every day. So use it sparingly because QQ is going up. Now, here's the thing. Small caps are going sideways. Now, small caps tried to break out. It was a fake out, and now they're going sideways again. Mid caps, we are seeing a little bit of a nudge up, but large and mega caps are where it's at right now, just so you know, on a broad market perspective. So there you go, 6-month outlook on, I hadn't even looked at you. YOU, Clear Secure. Oh, I don't know anything about this. It's a tech stock, clearly. It looks like it might even be a security stock. You might, you know, if I'm being honest with you, you might start to nibble above 38-ish, and then I wouldn't get long until 52. So that's my long-term outlook on that. Again, it's doing this. It did this through the 1st of November, and then all of a sudden this. So through November, it had 1, 2, 3, 4 days that it was green. All the rest of them were red, and some were very, very bad. Very, very bad. 5% or more down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 or more than 5%. Yes. Is yes a ticker that I'm missing out on? I love it. No. Is yes a crypto? Or were you just saying yes? Yeah, you were just saying yes, you punk. Yes, sir. Did I miss one? That was a bloodbath. It's, you know what? There's been a lot of, but again, not financial advice, but here's what I'm doing. If you've got winners that are doing this, I'm adding to those dips today. That's what I'm doing. Now the big dip. Now if it's been dipping for 5 or 6, 7, 10 days, I'm not adding to that. If it's dipped the last day or two, yeah, you know. It shouldn't have dipped yesterday though. So understand relative strength. You want that relative strength to be really above 60. Don't let anybody scare you with, oh, well, hey, that stock's overbought. Well, it's overbought for a reason, right? The relative strength's above 70, which that means it's overbought. Well, it's overbought for a reason because it's a good stock, right? That's why you buy it. So you want to see it overbought. I don't, you know, some of these people, you just got to be, well, that's an overbought stock. Pave. Is Pave a crypto? What are we doing with Pave here? Pave coin. Is it Pave coin or are you actually wanting me to do PAVE, the global infrastructure, which yes. All right, so this is one of those ones. So it needs to, all right, so if you look at Pave, this is the global infrastructure. He's playing the Biden. This is May, August, September. Now we're into December. Clearly, you are looking at the infrastructure bill, which is very, very smart. It had a bad day today where it was yesterday. Not sure where it ended up yesterday, but I could see you getting back into the stock. It's at 26.8. At 28, you can get long again. 28, I get long again. Relative strength has fallen just because the last 4 days have been terrible. I mean, this thing was at its all-time high literally about mid-November, you know. So I like that ETF. Really appreciate that. I did not know that was out there. So thanks. Is it YOLO or YOLO? Shout out, bro. Check pick up. You thinking it's tanking more? You're talking to him. Aave, yeah. I like the DeFi. I don't hold a bag. I do hold that crypto though, just so you know. what is Aave doing today? I don't know if I can spell it right. There it is. It is 251. It's down 2% today. I don't know why it would be down today. I love me some DeFi. I love me some staking. I love me some liquidity pools. All right, here's how to play Aave if you're just looking at the price only, right? Again, it's at 251. You're not going to like what I'm about to say. Let's look. The last month, it's been in a horrendous downtrend. The last 3 months have been it's been going sideways, and then this last month it's just dropped out. So here's what we're going to do. I want to say I'm up like 10% in this, but I literally hold like maybe 10 of these. 430 is where I can see you probably starting to nibble again. If it gets close to 430, I'd start to nibble, take a few buys. But at 430 is where I get real long. That's where I start buying again. Again, not financial advice, but you know what I'm thinking there. Check Picker, what's up? BKCH with blockchain ETF. I think we did that one. I'll do it one more time. Yeah, this is the one that's right on the cusp. I think you can stay. Look, I'd like to see a daily candle above 31. It's at 31.16 right now. I'd want to see a full daily candle above it, but I'd stay long here above 31. Now, it could break down. It's not going to break down far. It's going to break to 30 at the 50-day. 30 at the 50-day is where it would bounce back up a little bit. So you've got that support. But again, I'd like to see it above. Again, it's only five months. So, but you'd like to see it above 31, 32 is where I get longer at. But right now, it's a hold, and it's a hold until I find out which way it's going to go. Today the puts were printing. I don't know, man. Dom, I wouldn't say that. I would say that, I mean, the sell-off, yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, in fact, let me look at the overall market. Yeah, it's red, so you're not wrong. In the last 15 minutes, we really had a sell-off. What the hell? So, Riot, let's look at Riot very quickly. Again, it's going to follow. I mean, this looks a lot. It's just going sideways right now. I can't tell you to get long. It's at 35 right now. At 40 is where I'd start getting long. 40, 41-ish. I start getting long. It's a hold right now though. You might nibble. It's doing a little bit of this. You know, it's doing this. Right. It's right there. We need to get it above this. But it break out a little bit at that 41 mark. There you go. What about Sensorium Galaxy? Worth it? I don't know that crypto, but I'll look it up. It's Sensori Galaxy. I don't even see that chain. I got sensor chain, but that's got nothing. And I'm on Sayent Coin, Sensible Finance. I got Senso, and if you're in Senso, it's coming off a big pump. If you're wanting Senso, stay above 220, which is where it's at now. I'd stay long above 220, but I don't know that. I don't think that's the right one. Guys, if y'all can give me a follow, I'd really appreciate it. Do a lot of work on the channel. I'm not even monetizing yet. What do you think about NFTB? I don't know what I think about NFTB. It sounds like a crypto. Love me some NFT. B. Let's look at NFTB. It looks at 42 cents. Today it shit the bed today, down 8. It is in a little bit of a climb on the 3-month. Does it go out a year? Nice. I don't know how long you've been in this, but this is not the worst. This is not the worst trade. It is at a point though. It's really funny. Like if TA didn't work, why do you see stocks and crypto fall to these levels and then bounce back up? You know, every couple months, right? It's just incredible. All right, so right where it's at right now, it's at 42. I would tell you to stay long at 40. Stay long at 40. If it goes below 40, it might get lost. Actually, let me restate that. Stay long above 38. If it goes below 38, you can see it go to probably 28. But I'd stay long at 28. It's a hold here at because you're not too far from 38 here. It's a hold. I'd like to see it go back up, and you can get long. You can get real long at, let's call it 53. You can get real long at 53. So there you go. Check out VCAR. I will check out VCAR. VCAR is not what I thought it was. VECAR. I'm not seeing a VCAR, man. I'm on Coin Market Cap, no VCAR. So tell me what I'm missing, and I looked it up on. Oh, hang on. Let me go to Trend. All right, Trading View. VCAR is it OTC, and it is. No, it's NYSE. Wow. So it came out in January. Yeah, man, I'd stay long. Check it out. I mean, you gotta love the base, and nice little base here. Boom. Right. What is this at 15? So you want to stay long above 15. Easy. That's a simple one. VCAR, stay long above 15. It is up in after hours. It looks like it's not up by much. The super trend says sell it. And the technicals say neutral. I'm telling you, be long above the 15. Now, could it go to the 15? Absolutely. So you need to watch. It was down today. It was down 4. So, yeah. I actually, that's not the worst trade. It has a lot of volume starting to come in too. So good for you, brother. I hope you got in that at like 11 or 10 or 9, wherever you got in. Congrats. What are we else we're looking at? ETH. Here you go on the ETH. So ETH is a pretty. So you want to stay long above 3,900. We're clearly above that. So where the Fibonacci line was at 43.74. So let's just call it 4,400. I'd stay long above 4,400. Here is the price target at the 161 Fibonacci extension, which is a very important extension. 161. You ready for this? 6,022. So the Fibonacci is telling me a price target within 1 to 3 months, as long as it stays above the 4,400, could be $6,000. So again, it's usually a month to 3 months out. So and clearly ETH is breaking away from Bitcoin. It far outperformed it too. So do you think Catgirl's over? You asked me this before. Somebody else asked me this before. It's not a good spot. But I'm playing Catgirl how I played Doge back in 2016. Put it in, let it ride. Shiba, same way. Hero, same way. OHM, same way. AVAX to Time Token. I got a lot in that. Well, no, I don't. Well, it's probably a lot to some. Not that one. I'm gonna probably take profits on, but that is the Wonderland DAO and the Olympus DAOs. Those are very, very high risk staking, bonding as well in DeFi. So, but Catgirl, again, to me, it's just a hold. Catgirl was an asymmetric trade. You guys told me about Catgirl. Asymmetric trade typically means it could go to 0 or it could, pop, right? Doge, it took it 4 years. So there you go. DWAC. All right, so it's a hold right now. There was some news that came out today. Put it up in the. Is my chat up? It came out today that the company missed the November deadline to launch an invitation only. So it missed its launch date for the Truth Social. So they missed the launch date. Don't know how the invitations weren't sent out. Here's the thing of DWAC, and if you've been here before, you know how I play DWAC. You want to. It's in a hold pattern right now for me. I really wouldn't get long yet. But two, Trump, not a Trump guy, but Trump, if Trump plays this correctly, he's trying to build something. He builds it, it's going to epically fail. He needs to take the 6, 7, whatever, 18 billion, whatever he gets out of this DWAC funding, right? Essentially, he needs to go buy the New York Times, the New York Post, whatever. Just start buying media outlets, right? And at that point, they couldn't shut him up. There is no developer that is going to work for Donald Trump. There's just not. There's not one that I even know of. Maybe one, right? But that's it. All right, that's my DWAC's a hold. BKCH is a hold. Oh yeah. What with the XL getting killed? I don't know. Did I miss that? Man, I've been out. XL fleet dig. Oh man, it's spacing out. You just got to get out of this. Like, this is one of those stocks, guys. Like, so you've got to know something. Like, if you're an XL and you're holding it down to the depths of hell, because that's where it's at. All right, I want to turn around. I know it's backwards. March, December. Like, literally, it's gone down like 300%. So my point is, probably more. It's like you can't even get long in this. Like, you can try to get. I wouldn't even get long until the 200 day, and that's 750. If 750 is where I get long, and then I get real long at 950, 945ish, right? Just can't be in the stock. This is a bad stock. This was a Kathy Wood stock for a long time. I don't even know what she's doing with it. Certainly, she's not in the stock now. She just can't be. Even though she's looking 5 years out, that's a big loss. A big loss to write down, and it doesn't have a small float. So, yeah, XL is not even. I wouldn't even give it a hold. I mean, it's literally got to do something. It's got to start. There's no uptrend. I don't even see an uptrend except going back to slightly in mid-August. And then before that, it was from like May to June or June 1st. I mean, it's just very, very bad. Thoughts on Marhaba? Ooh, give me a little bit Marhaba here. Am I missing something? Because I've never heard of that. Is that MRHB? Is that Marhaba? Don't have no price on it. Don't have any data on coin market cap, just so you know. Marhaba, I'm sure it's not a stock. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Sorry, man. Don't have anything on that for you. Appreciate it. What do you think about VV? All right, so VV Finance, if you're on it, like, the IDO looks great, but it's a hold right now. It's just literally, it's just going sideways. It's not doing anything until it breaks out. Let's talk about BVS then, right? So not a lot to work with right this second. Now snow report looks good. No, let's see. Snowflake it is. Yeah, it man, it did look good till today, till the last two days. Really, it must have had a huge miss. All right, so here's how you play it. You could buy this dip, but I wouldn't buy it till it's above 327. The TA shows 327 is where you get long, maybe 326ish to 327ish for sure. At that point, you can get long, and it shouldn't be 404 shouldn't be too far off. That's the all-time high. So doesn't have a small float. This is a Kathy Wood special too, by the way. Yeah, that's how I play this. Let a candle go above the 226, 227-ish mark. Let a daily candle go above that, and then I get real long in that stock again. That's snow. But if you're holding it, hold it. Just know that the 200-day is sitting at 276. So that's really your. I mean, you'll have support. Yeah, that's really your first line of support. Yeah, well, watch yourself there. Oh, hopefully did. Oh, NVIDIA, just stay long. Buy more. Again, not financial advice. That's what I'm doing. We love NVIDIA, AMD. We love Enphase, ENPH. So you got to jump in. Pure Boy. What's up with Pure Boy? Or Pure pure buy. I read that wrong. Thoughts on HUT? Just really quick. HUT 8. I'm guessing is what you're saying. Same thing here. It's in a downtrend. It's following Bitcoin a little bit here. I think it's at 1178. I think you can remain long. It's a hold above 11. I think where I get long again, it's kind of undefined, kinda. 1350 is where I get long and start buying that back. There you go. Sophie, little SoFi. SoFi, love the stadium. I do. It looks pretty. Hadn't been. Good Lord, this thing is just so the last 12 trading days, it's freaking down. All but 3 days. Wow, it is broke down. This thing is a broke ass. Wow. All right, here we go. I would start to nibble again. If it goes below 14, you got to dump, right? I start to nibble again. It's fairly consistent here across the board. In April, in May, and in late September, it hit this right here, and it just hit this yesterday. I start to nibble at 18-ish. Start to nibble back at 18-ish, and then there's not a lot of supply above that, and then you can really get long at 21-ish. So it's at 16, so you're not too far away, but you've got to beat the 200-day, and that is right below 18. So you're going to have a little bit of trouble with that. That is what we call the bull bear pivot, and it's typically going to bounce off the 200-day, but that's where the bulls start to rush in. So NVIDIA, you stay long, like I said. Don't know. The report came out on Snow. Yeah, so Snow, that's it. Puts. Is Puts a is that a ticker? Oh, tell me it is. That's awesome. No, it's not. Damn it. Funny. REQ. I got you're wanting the crypto, I'm guessing. REQ. Let me get to it. I don't see an RE. Well, if I put a Q in, request. What's up? Don't hold this. Don't have a skin in the game. It is pumping. Give you that. So what's it done the last? All right. So I'm gonna move this up. Just so this is the last month, right? Because it's literally what's it doing today? It's at 74 cents. It was at 21. Peaked out at 10, about 110. Drop down. It's doing a dead cat bounce. So this is the definition of a dead cat bounce. Big pump. Down we go. Big dead cat bounce. That was literally 2-3 days later, which is exactly what you'll see. I think this probably continues down, just so you know. But where do I stay long? I stay long at 70 cents. So where is it at now? 72. It's funny how it finds its way back there. Yes, well, let's call it 65 cents to 70 cents. I'd stay long. So 65-ish, stay long with the request. There you go. Something we just did. You saw that one. Flux. All right, we'll do Fubo next, and then we'll go to Flux. Fubo, FUBO, TV. It's had a bad couple days, and a lot of stocks have. The router strength's at 23. That means 70%. 70% of stocks are better trades right now. I can't tell you to get long in this. This is if you're holding it. I mean, can you hold it below 15? I don't think you can, man. I don't even think you start buying until 23-ish, and then I get real long. I mean, the line is already drawn. Boom, here's March. June, August, November. At 35 is where I get real long at. But you're at 18. You're literally, it needs a 100% move, right? So let me help you out. The best I could possibly see you doing. I'd start to really, you can start taking a nibble at that cake at 23-ish. But right now it is not a buy. It may not even be a hold right here. It's down 9% today, and it's got a high short interest. So clearly it could pump, but I don't think it will with that fairly big float. So that's a very tough call. But again, 23 is where I'd jump back in and let it climb. That's the Fubo. Flux, I said, all right, we're going to do Flux. I believe that is a crypto that I've seen before. I'm not in it. I've got no skin in that game. It's at $2 today. It's up 10%. Congratulations to you. I hope you're trading this bad boy. Let me look at the all-time. Damn, it just peaked out. So it peaked at 280. You stay long above 168. Clearly, I mean, that's a clear one. Yeah, stay long above 168. You probably start adding it above 189, which it is now. So you can keep nibbling, but understand it's in an overall downtrend, especially for the month. It's like lower highs, lower lows. You know. So this is actually I'd say this is a hold for me. But just go back for the month. It's got to remain above $2 for me to be long here. So with it being at 202, I'd say I'd stay long. But if it defeats that, 150 is where I jump out. So I don't know when you got in, but not the worst trade. That's Flux. What's up with Flux? Do you go live at the open? No, but I go live at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, so that's noon, and then I come back for the last hour of trading. One, it's just inconceivable for me to do that because a lot of new traders, you shouldn't trade the open. You should probably wait about 30 minutes to figure out which direction your stock or stocks are going to move. The opening bell is extremely crazy. One is you have all these orders from the night before that are going to hit, right? And they could be completely off. So there's something that true Wall Street traders call overnight risk, and that's what you're taking there, right? And then there's the weekend risk, right? But the point is that I've got a squid that I take to school, and I just cannot trade the open. But the open does get crazy, baby. I love it. So, but if you're a new trader, I wouldn't trade the open. If you're an experienced one, absolutely. You can make a lot of money in the first 30 minutes for sure. All right, BFLY is up next. BFLY, what are we doing with the butterfly networks? Base it out. Cannot even help you here. This is not even a hold for me. Like, somebody convince me where I get long here. Maybe $10. Right, and then I'd really get long at like 1460-ish. So at $10, yeah, BFLY is a persona non grata around here. It's not even, I mean, it's basing out. So sorry about that one, brother. That's the way it goes. Jess, appreciate you, brother. Why did the market sell off today? One word, Fauci. There was an Omicron case found in Colorado. The man had been in South Africa, go figure, right? But the World Health Organization, the WHO, has told us that it's mild complications. So to me, again, it is a lot like the common cold, right? You're going to catch it, but you're not going to go to the hospital. You might be down for a couple days in bed, sniffling, coughing, aching, whatever. Get it fixed, and you're back on your feet, right? That's kind of the way I interpret that. I don't know why the market's such reacting to it, right? It's not like we're going to lock down again. It's not like we're just going to close up and take everybody home, right? So there you go. That's what happened today. LI, what is LI? LI Auto China. Wow, this is so. I didn't even know about the stock. All right, so if you don't know my China rant, here it is. I think China stocks are almost uninvestable. BABA for sure. All right, this one is breaking out. It is clearly in a breakout. Even today, where it ended, it looks it needs to get above about 30. It's at 35-ish. It's in a breakout. So just so you know, here this is May. Here's July, August, late October, and then we got right now. This is the first China stock that I've really looked at that's breaking out still, right? It had a hell of a day today. It finished down, but it was way up. All-time highs. So if you're holding the stock, hold it. You might even get long. Here's the risk, though. The Chinese government will so there's a rumor BABA is being asked to be delisted off of U.S. stock exchanges. That means if this were BABA, it might go to zero. So understand you're taking big time geopolitical risk. Okay? So as long as you understand that, I will tell you this. On a normal chart, I would tell you to get real long. Right? This is where I'd start buying. If it finishes tomorrow above 35, I'm getting real long. That means I'm starting to buy a lot, right? It's definitely in a breakout. But again, you got big geopolitical risk here. And so I can't, clearly not financial advice, but just going off the chart, I'd get long. That's me. So you do you, though. So I appreciate you, man. That's actually a very, very good one. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate you, buddy. D for Legals did. That was the market ask. LI case found in Cali. Yep, that's exactly what it was. BYSI. What's up, BYSI? Beyond Spring. What are we doing? It's a biotech. It pumped. It is now going sideways. I'm not saying it's basing. But let me just say this on BYSI. It is base. It hit. It's down 61 today. I didn't even. It was so small on the screen you couldn't even see it. All right. So yeah, this is bad. Extremely bad, bro. I don't even think I wouldn't even be buying the dip in this thing. Like this thing. Okay, so it did this and then this, right? So what happens with these stocks is it's probably going to start to go sideways, and once it starts in that uptrend, just give it 3, 4, 5 days though. It'll probably go sideways, but once it starts to do this, that's when you jump in. At that point, you might see it go from it's at 493 now. You might see it go. Let's say it goes to like $5, right? $5.50. Let's just call it 6. It goes to 6. It will jump to 9 very quickly, right? But again, that is a high risk stock in biotech. If you guys have never seen my rant on biotech, here it is. Biotech is the most catalyst-driven sector on the planet, right? Not even crypto outdoes biotech and its volatility on a relative basis, right? So it is catalyst-driven. So if you're seeing this somewhere in a Discord that we're going to pump this, then I get it, right? But the way that I would play this, it needs to show me to go sideways and start to get up, and then that's when I would go long, because it will fill that gap pretty quickly. Again, 61% drop, so I would suspect it's probably going to drop tomorrow too. So I don't see people buying the dip. It needs to base out first. So wow, BYSI again, really, really bad trade, but there's a way to get out. I hope you're not holding it. If you want to buy now, great. That's not something that I would do, but there you go. All right, REQ we just did. DWAC parabolic win. It had bad news today, so it's not getting parabolic anytime soon. DWAC is a hold above 40. To me, DWAC is a hold above 40. I did REQ, CRTX. All right, so DWAC, is that H-Dog, love you, brother. CRTX, let's do it. CRTX. This is one that, okay. So this one, so just on the stock that the BYSI is this right here. So this is exactly what took place. So on CRTX now, it's going up, uptrend, and then just kind of shits the bed, and then boom, on October 27th, big time gap down. It's basing now. You want to see it get above. So I don't know where you are in this. I hope you had cut your position before the big down. Once it gets to, now this is it's a fairly large move though. It's basically at 14. It was up 7% today. If it can get you to 1950-ish, 1950, it will move all the way to 30 pretty easily. There is no supply there. Zero supply. Like, it'll fill that gap just like that. But again, you got to get to 20. Again, not financial advice. That's what it looks like on the TA. There's a hell of a lot better trades. It looks like it's just going to go sideways. It's really not. It was in an uptrend after the big, after the big drop. 4 days later, it's in an uptrend. It almost got to that 20-ish mark again. It looks like it kind of did, but didn't finish the day. If it does that again, I get long, and it'll probably fill all the way to 28 and to 30. So there you go, man. That's very, very cool. What about Doge, man? SP, I bought Doge in 2016. I held for 4 years. Sold it to 27 cents for 5 figures. Got back in at, I don't even know, 14, then 19, then I bought it 21 too. So I'm just going to hold. If it does the same thing in 4 years, I'll be happy with that. So Doge to me is, not going to say it's a diamond hand. I'm not married to it, but it's an asymmetrical trade. Like, I could lose that cash, right? Shiba's the same way. Cat Girl's the same way. Hero's the same way. To me, what else am I in that's... time. Those are I'm playing those kind of the same way. Those eventually, when alt season comes, they will pump, and you and I will both hold those. But again, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying Doge. Where? Okay, so the question is where would I buy Doge, right? So I would get long in Doge. I would get back into Doge from a technical perspective. It's going to be, good God. 41, I get back into Doge. I really wouldn't get back into Doge until, so the rule of thumb is you got to be above the summer highs, the spring or summer highs, right? That's 70. That's when I go real long. But if I'm being honest with you, I'll probably re-enter here at 35, 40-ish is where I re-enter Doge, but right now it's a hold, and it looks like it's going sideways, but it is making lower lows. So know that is what you're holding SP. I got played by Coinbase on a Gwen stablecoin ordeal website to use to trade. I use on my phone. I use Voyager. I use Crypto.com, which is an app. I also use Coinbase Pro because of my S Corp. So I trade through my S Corp there to run off more losses and fees. What else? Those are my 3 big ones I trade on my phone. But dude, I've been trading a lot in DeFi, which really, I mean, you're basically trading out of your Trust wallet. So that's what I've been doing lately. But the phone, the top 2 on the phone, Coinbase Pro I do use on the PC when I'm trading heavy. But I don't day trade though. I used to. But yeah, so Voyager, I find there is a lot of slippage there. Well, it's not really. Yeah, let's just call it slippage. There's a lot of slippage. Crypto.com, I don't see as much slippage there. But it's a little bit more stealthy app though. I certainly don't use Robinhood. I would tell you that. So there you go. Okay, I understand about flip the camera, but man, it's such a tedious task, right? You got to go down here and you got to hit the flip. So just for you, die marketers, I will flip it. What do you want to see? Let me know what you want to see, and I'll flip it. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Thoughts on GPL went way past. It's 52. Yeah, dude. So if it's basing out GPL, let's look. Yeah, it's basing out, mate. It's just going sideways right now. So I'm gonna flip the camera this time. See, I gotta get way over here, and then I gotta hit flip the camera, and it's not even working. Screw it. Now I've lost connection. Damn it. I've lost connection. What's up? Lost connection on the GPL when I tried to flip it, dude. So, all right. So GPL is basing. You can probably see it here, right? It's backwards. This is November. Here's December. It's really basing out, man. You can't really move it until it's above 30. At that point, it'll probably go to like 37 very quickly. So there you go. Again, that's not one that I'd be playing, but if you're holding it, that's how I would play it. Now, if it goes below, it is literally basing out right now. So if it's red tomorrow, you got to jump out, man. It's just going to continue to fall. I would bet it's probably green tomorrow. What is this? Basic materials. Damn, it's just gone. It's mining, and it's got a big float. So there's really not a lot that I could help you with there, man. I wouldn't enter that trade until it's at least up to around 30 cents. So there you go, man. Sorry, I lost you for a sec. REQ, yeah, we did REQ. I'll do it one more time. It's like my third time to do REQ. Man, you guys must be liking the REQ. I didn't even hold it, but let's do it. So yeah, it pumped. So last month, so it pumped to 110, based out, it's done. So I'd stay long above, and if I'm really being honest with you, stay long above 63. Actually, let's just call it 70. What's it now? 74, I'd stay long. If not, you're going to drop, it will drop down to 55, which it has, and it pumped again. So again, I don't know a lot about that coin. You probably know more about that than I do. A lot of people have been asking about it, so it seems like a pump could be imminent there. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you. Is this Cascade? I'm not sure what that is. Red Robin. What's up with Red Robin? RED Robin. Gourmet Burger, RRGB is the ticker, just so you guys basing out too. So clearly you know more about this stock than I do. It is basing out. I'm sure you're seeing this in some kind of Discord or something. It can clearly move. It's got a small float, 14 million shares, 15 million shares, price target of 28. Does have a semi-high short interest of 15%. Semi. That's not high. About 18 is high, but. Where do you get long? You get long above 20, but even then, you're not even defeating the 50-day. You can probably get long at 29. That's a 100% move from here. It's basing out. This is not even a hold for me. This is a sell. But you probably know more about it in the Discord channel. The guy's saying, "Hey, it's gonna pump." So if he's saying that, it probably will. Hopefully in the next week for you. That's what I hope for you. Appreciate you guys. Look, man, I've got to go pick up the squid. It is 3:46 my time. I usually do about 2 hours of this. Again, I appreciate it. Give me a follow. Hit the YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now too. So do it both. But the YouTube gets to see all of the charts that I bring up, right? So shout out to you guys on here. There's a lot of guys on here that I love. Dominic, Christopher Cook, James Hill, Sierra back in the house, MT71, shout out. So I do it live there too, but I actually look at your at the TikTok questions and the tickers that you guys want to see. But again, I thank you guys for being here. I do this 11 a.m. Central and 2 o'clock p.m. Central during the day, and we do the last trading hour of the day, and typically I turn on the AI. I did not today because I forgot it. That's the way it rolls. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Watch your six. Go hard in the paint. Thank you so very much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. All right, YouTube, thank you very much. This shout out, thank you for all you did. Y'all got to see the magic behind the man. It's not much to see. I understand. Believe me, it's not. But it is what it is. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate you being patient with me. It's like 2 of you guys on here now. I have no idea who. But thank you for being here today. So I take the questions from the TikTok, but you guys get to see the charts and what I'm talking about. So you guys actually have the catbird seat or the best seat in the house. So with that being said, watch your 6 100 paint. We will see you tomorrow. I'll do the same thing. Appreciate you guys.